Man and Eldar. Since the beginning, these two races have been at odds. While man, born from the Earth's body, sought to use the Earth's physical attributes to live and grow into vast kingdoms, to rule in dominions ever expanding, the Eldar, born from the Earth's spirit, lived within the Earth and grew upon their knowledge of its many wonders. One force seeking control, while the other sought freedom. This led to many fierce battles and grave wars. Back and forth, a war with no end, until one kingdom, led by the mortal King Deigan, discovered a means to eternal victory. His spies returned from years of infiltrating the enemy's realm and discovered that the Eldar were merely tethered to this realm, and that tether could be cut. The Eldar existed in this realm through means of relic siphons, items which tapped into the magic of the earth to give life and strength to all Eldar. There were many siphons, and they each took the shape of many common objects so as to not draw attention to them. If one was destroyed, it would greatly dim the flow of magic, and those whom depended on it would grow too weak to thrive in the physical plane and fade to the mist, returning to the earth's spirit in an ageless sleep. King Deigan was elated. With his task before him, he summoned many allied kingdoms and with their armies strategically placed their forces against various Eldar realms. Many Eldar warriors fell to ironclad battalions, while their sorcerers faced their match against men who were taught in the rites of the arcane. One by one, many Eldar faded to mist, never to walk the earth again. Fearing their time coming to a close, the remaining Eldar leaders decided to rally under the banner of the last great Eldar realm, El Uval, whose High Eld King reigned from high atop his palace, forged within a great mountain. Aiding the Eldar were many creatures of magic, both of light and dark. The Dryads, Centaurs, Satyrs, and Fauns took to the front of the battlefield among the forests that surrounded El Uval. Along the base of the mountain lay hordes of orcs, golems, gnome titans, and dwarfs, while the remaining forces of Eldar guarded the walls of the palace among the ridges of the mountain's edge. The royal guard, tasked with protecting the High Eld King, resided in the highest tower to protect their relic siphon, a golden spinning wheel, ever turning, for as long as the wheel remained in motion, magic breathed life to El Uval. There was a stillness in the air, as if the earth itself held its breath in dread for what came next. Thousands upon thousands of men came from Deigan's kingdom like armored locusts, ready to devour all it came in contact with. The battle was relentless. The bodies lost were so numerous that those still fighting did so while on top of their comrades' backs and mangled flesh. The ground was stained in all manner of blood. The cries and howls seemed deafening and constant. After days of this skirmish, Deigan himself made his way to the highest tower. His men shielded him from the magic and swords launched in his direction. Should any of his men have fallen, another would take their place, providing a never-ending supply of protection to their king. Upon entering the room containing the relic siphon, Deigan's men faced the ferocity and quick-bladed skill of the royal guard. While his men tried to fight them off, Deigan found a way to sneak past the fight, and with one incantation, threw a vial at the spinning wheel. The vial combusted into an unholy fire that consumed the wheel. Everyone froze as they saw the flame eat away the magic. When the fire faded, the wheel was charred, lifeless. Deigan's booming laughter echoed triumphantly through the halls of the Eldar palace. Every Eldar and creature of magic collapsed in pain as their life force was cut off. Deigan turned and halted his men's attack. Enough! Let the mist claim them. And left triumphantly. Among all in the room, one of the royal guards managed to stand and try to aid the High Eld King. As he helped him up, the king pointed. "Take me to my grimoire." The guard slowly aided the weakened king to a bookshelf and grabbed a gold-bound book. He tried to hand it to the king, but he pushed it toward the guard. With this, we can survive through you. There is enough of the magic, though small, still in the siphon. While it cannot support all of us, it can sustain you long enough for this task. The king opened the book to a particular page. Use this spell, and it will shield you from the mist by having sole access to the remaining power of the relic siphon. When we have faded, your next task begins. This grimoire holds the spell necessary to revive us. You must do everything you can to ensure all that is needed is in place, or this will have been for naught. The king started to fade like a ghost through the guard's arms. You must awaken us home. Those were the last words my king said to me. Since that time, I have manipulated and tampered the lives of man to ensure all is ready. It took nearly 12 generations of Deigan's line, but it's almost done. Since the time of the mist, I have resided within these empty halls, preparing for the coming of the 13th generation. I have conjured stone creatures and lesser goblins, using the magic I have left to carry out my will. All that man does is seen through the eyes of my familiar, a raven, who tells me all that they have planned. My home is forbidden to all who approach. Nothing must come near my king's realm. Those who trespass learn quick the wrath of such magnificent malevolence the last of the Eldar can deliver. The time is near. The 13th in the line of Deigan has been born, and her celebration is open to everyone who wishes to bestow her gifts. None are as elated as I, and none so eager to give the little princess the gift I have awaiting her. For it is through her blood the wheel can move. It is through her life the Eldar shall rise, and nothing shall stand in my way, for I am Maverice, master of Eluval. Well, quite a glittering assemblage, King Stefan.